I literally gave up, and I just said to God, if it's your will, I'm ready. Then again I was thinking, how can I give up being a mother? When I found out that I was pregnant, I was very happy.
This was the first time that I was going to become a father, and I didn't know what all to expect. There was this sense of that whole responsibility as well.
Since I got pregnant during pandemic, around 8 months I got tested positive for COVID also. Then later my condition was getting worse, so my husband called 108 and they took me to hospital. First thought came into my mind was, what will happen to my baby? Later they gave me oxygen, they gave injections, and all these days, all those treatments, I was just thinking about my baby. I was like, I don't know what will happen to my baby, because medicines were very strong. So later I recovered from there and I came back home. After 1 week I went for checkup because I couldn't wait anymore. So after scanning, we got to know that my pregnancy has complications. After that, doctor did surgery, and that's how my baby was prematurely born.
On January 8, we had a wonderful baby girl. Suddenly, after 2.5 months, there were complications. We saw that she was struggling to breathe, and then eventually we took her to the hospital, and we learned that she's suffering from a condition called laryngomalacia, where her vocal cords have not been formed yet. We face a lot of challenges mentally, plus financially. We had to take loans, in fact, from our near and dear ones, our relatives, because we couldn't make ends meet. We kept going in and out of the hospital for 5 months. And as a father, to see my child in a condition where the doctor would put all those big needles in her tiny hands was really heartbreaking, and it was a very difficult time. And initially I didn't know how to react to all this, seeing the baby in pain, and I would just walk out of the room.
It seems like her condition was getting worse. She couldn't breathe properly, she couldn't feed properly. There was a time there, I literally gave up, and I just said to God, if it's your will, I'm ready. Then again I was thinking, how can I give up being a mother? I shouldn't give up, because my daughter wasn't giving up. I just prayed to God. I just asked Him to give me strength, because I know whatever is going on, it's His will, and if it's His will, then everything will be okay. We just have to wait for His time.
I would tell my wife, let's just get down on our knees and just pray to God and give everything to Him, give all our cares to Him, all our worries, all our sickness, all our diseases. And we just prayed, and then we also read from the Bible, and we usually would read Psalms 91, and it was a very wonderful prayer. And then it was also very calming for us to know that when we hold on to His promises, God never lets us go, and He would never leave us nor forsake us. We continued to pray, and eventually, slowly but eventually, I saw the kind of changes that Mireya was going through, and we could see that slowly she started to drink milk,
and slowly her health also was improving, and that's how we got to know that yes, even though in our weakest time also, even though if we give up also, God is always there to guide us.
As a father, I think God taught me a lot to have, first of all, to have patience, and the other thing is that not to lean on my own understanding, on my own strength, rather cling on to Him, to His promises. We know that once we do that, once we cling on to His promises, He will be able to see us through, and in His time He will answer all our prayers.
My daughter hasn't fully recovered yet, but we believe that God will heal her.